Hi everyone, my name is Andi Pateña-Matheu. Join me as we learn and unlearn things. This is Andi's Coveries. In today's episode, we've had the pleasure of inviting a dear friend of mine to the show, and we are honored to have her because she proves that greatness is not measured in inches, but in impact. I am so delighted to have here with me my schoolmate from STC, Cielo Lofranco. Hi, Shell. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
May adlaw ni mo, Shell, and thank you so much for saying yes to this invitation. Actually, taon-taon naging ko naghuna-huna ni mo last year when I was thinking of episodes to shoot for 2025 because I wanted it to be a year where we can inspire people through wonderful stories such as yours. Diba? So, just for context lang mga kauban, Cielo and I went to the same college at St. Teresa's College, pero maaani siya mascom. Pero hindi siya mukuyog sa mga mascom sa STC, but she's really a psychology graduate of STC. And we also went to the same organization. No? She's also a member of the Buhilaman Theater Organization, so active sa theater, performing arts, and other extracurricular activities. So, Shell, welcome. And can you tell us more about yourself now and what you do now?
So right now, I'm actually an HR business partner in one of a known IT company in the Philippines. And right now, I work from Mondays to Fridays. I love my work. I actually love being an HR business partner, and I also enjoy the company of my workmates, my friends. And right now, I just really just focus with my work and also spending time with my loved ones. That's what I usually do right now. Although I'm also active in some outdoor activities. Although it has been paused in the meantime.
Pero it's very kanang remarkable ba that you're outgoing, you're involved in a lot of things. But have you always been this confident before? Can you tell us about your childhood and how it was like growing up for you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, being confident is something that was something that I have to be. I mean, I have to learn to be confident because, especially with my difference, being just 3 feet and 11 inches, it's not something that people usually see. And in this society, it's something that we will always notice. Some people would not understand, and some would even discriminate. So, getting this confidence right now is just based on, learning from my experiences, being strong, especially with the foundation of my this confidence, such as my family, my friends, and of course, God. Because I always ask that question, why me, God? No, I mean, even when I was still a kid, I would always ask that question, and then my mom and Papa would always remind me that you were made to be, you were made for a reason, and I think that's where I'm trying to do my best as I can, learn from those experiences. So that's how I able to gain that confidence that I need. So that I need and I have to be, and I'm happy that that a lot of people are seeing me as an inspiration.
Going back to your experiences as a child, Shell, at what point sa imong childhood nga nakabantay ka nga I'm different, lahi ang pagtanaw sa mga tao nako, and what kind of struggles did you have to go through before you arrived at this point of acceptance?
Okay. So, I always notice that I'm small. I mean, I'm always in the front of the line. I'm always being asked to sit in front of the seats of the chair. I mean, of the class, no. And then aside from that, my family would always protect me from this. From a lot of people looking at me, calling me names, and I even recall that before when I was in Mabolo Church, when I had my first years or first months of taking a communion. I recall that there was even one lay minister who was not able to, who did not give me that the communion because he thought that I was a kid, and I was so disgruntled in a way because I was so ashamed because there's a lot of people in the line, and then my mom really had to tell him that no, she can't, but he did not listen. So when after the mass, we had to wait for the priest, and I saw how my mom really complained to the priest of protecting me and telling me that I have the right, and it's not my size that should define what should be given to me and such. So my mom, that's where I realized that, oh my God, I'm really small. I mean, I know I'm small, but I did not know that this is how small I was. And people looking up, I mean, either they look down to me or they also see me as something like something for amusement. So that's when I had to, and also watching people. I mean, watching people like me in the entertainment world, and that's when I realized that no, we should change the story. We should change what they see on us. And even if that's what they see with people, I know that these people are much more greater than what they see in the TV screen.
Exactly.
So that's when I had to pressure myself, not pressure myself because I have to let the people who belittled me, prove to those people that belittled me that I am small, that I can do this and such. But it's more of really telling the world that our people, that the people like me can see that we are greater than what they see on us. So that's where those experiences had really made me stronger, made me realize that I'm more than this. I am more than my size. I'm actually happy that I'm in this size because I might be small, but I can do greater things than what they see.
Diba? We'll hear more of Cielo's inspiring story after these few reminders, so don't go away. Andi's Coveries will be right back. Welcome back to Andi's Coveries, and we are still with Cielo. Cielo, it's nice that you've already opened up about how you were able to break stereotypes, no, and prove to everyone that you are greater than what they think people with dwarfism are. It's also interesting, no, that actually you produced your thesis in college about your story. Can you tell us more about that?
So my thesis partner is Shanice. She's one of my closest friends and one of my friends who's already abroad. In our college years, we actually studied people like me, people with dwarfism and their experiences in the society. So I think that was my first time to actually talk and meet people with the same size of mine. So yes, that was really my first time, and I do see people in the entertainment world, but that's not what I have not really interacted with them. I saw them sometimes in the streets, in malls and all, but I have not really interacted, and that was one of the reasons why I had myself and told my thesis mate to really have that study. And from there, I have met a lot of great people, different stories and different people that we should be inspired of, because we can see that there's a lot of stories, and they're just not hindered of being small. They see that being small is something that they should be proud of. Yes, I might have interviewed some that were not really as confident as I am, and the rest. But you can see them there that there is that person that we should respect.
Based on your interviews with them, Shell, unsa man ang common gihapon nga prejudice against people with dwarfism diri sa atong society?
They always been called, no? I mean, they would be like teased by a lot of by the people, not only small children but also adults. And that's also what I've experienced. We've also been experiencing the same thing wherein we are called names. We've been called dagul, mura, mahal, and to be honest, that's really painful in ours. I'm not ashamed to be called with dagul or with these people because they're also great people. But what I was ashamed of, we are being looked down. That's how they look down to us. And what I want and then that's where we feel that it's something that the society should not do. But we cannot control the society, especially in this time. And I think the good thing about 10 years from now, 10 years now, which is before it was something that we always not respect. We still have that, even until the day, right? But what I like about this generation or this years is that there is already that there's that awakening of people understanding the different peoples in the society, from LGBT to people with disabilities, or shall we call this this is actually not a disability. We don't see this as a disability. This is actually something that we can say that this is something special about us.
Exactly.
So that's where this prejudice might be something that had happened before, but this doesn't stop us from being great in what we do and being a person that should be respected.
And this is also the importance of proper representation in the media, no? Because let's face it, dako gid kaayog role nga giplay ang media and entertainment industry on how they represent people with dwarfism. You've mentioned about being called names like dagol, mahal, mura man gud og gi-confine lang mo to being merely entertainers or comedians when you are so much more. In fact, you have a flourishing career in the HR industry. So far ba nakakita ba mong changes on how media represents individuals with dwarfism?
Yes,
Ni-improve na ba?
I think there has been that improvement. There is that, I forgot her name, but there was that celebrity in GMA that I saw that she was really represented as she was not only just a side character, but she was a main character, the main character of that series. And then there's also this, I forgot her name, I'm so sorry, but she is also someone who is in TikTok, that is from Cebu City. And I actually crossed path with her, but I was not able to talk to her because I just crossed path with her last year Sinulog, and it was so good that they know her. They know these people, and I think that the media's representation to us has improved, and it's so nice to. There is still that dissemination, but I don't see that as dissemination. If that's something that they're seeing as an art, right? Because again, acting is art. So if this, there has that improvement, and I think that's where. And even in my work, I am very proud that I belong to a company who respects us and who really values people with disabilities. And it's something that I am very, very proud of my company. And I can see that it's been, we are treated fairly on what we do.
That's great.
Yeah, shout out to my company as well. So yeah, I'm proud to where I am. I'm proud. I see a big difference in this time, and I hope that it keeps booming, because I see a lot of small people who are actually in big roles, in big opportunities.
Why not, diba?
Yes, and I see myself as not someone already with disability, although I do have a PWD card. But I am someone with great value. People like me are with great value, and that's not only those that are, and that includes all that feels low about themselves.
Sa atong pagbalik mga kauban, atong pangutanon si Cielo kung ganahan ba siya i-take ni ang wisdom for a bigger audience. Basin ganahan siyang mahimong content creator soon. Ato patubangin si Cielo when we return on Andy's Coverings. Welcome back to Andi's Coveries with Cielo. So, ang dakong panghutana, 2025 na ba ang sinugdanan sa imuhang career as a content creator? Because there's so much wisdom that you can share, Gyud, with a greater audience.
I mean, let's see. I'm open. I'm not closing that door because it's something that I also see. I mean, I really want to also share stories. I also want to know more about the people around me, if that would be my content for the blog. But let's see how it goes. But for now, it's really more of bringing that advocacy to in different activities. I have in my company, I'm actually leading one of our groups for those people with disabilities, so in Cebu. So now, and also I am a big supporter of LGBT. So and also in my in different activities in the society. So something that I would consider, hopefully. But yeah, let's see how the months go. It's 10 months more before 2026. So let's see.
What are the creative ways, man, Shell, that you navigate through the challenges, man, sa imong day-to-day nga life?
Okay. So in my day-to-day life, no, to be honest, I just received my my PWD ID just last month, and it's really a good way to really use it for this economy's crisis. That I was able to get like a lot of discounts and such. And aside from that, no, I mean, I've always when you're in a rush, you need to like really get to the line first. So thank you to those different organizations or different stores who had allowed me to go in the front. But yeah, I mean, in terms of navigating to life, I mean, it's just like normal day for normal people. We strive to do our best. We wake up in the morning and do our work, and then in the evening we try to find time for our family, and also I and the rest of us would deserve a break. So we try to I watch TikToks, I watch YouTube content creators, and so much more, and also read books then as much as I can, because that's something that I told myself for 2025. I will read books every month. I have to complete a book every month in my busy schedule. So yeah, that's how I navigate in the day's life lately.
Pusla na to, Shell, nga hapit na ang eleksyon, ha?
Ay!
O sa mga panawagan na to sa mga future leaders ba on the changes that you'd like to see in terms of inclusivity and accessibility din sa ato ang nasod?
Actually, that's a great question, no? Because yes, we might be respected already, although yeah, there's still that prejudice. But I think one of the things that I have noticed in this society, I mean in this society in the Philippines, is our structures are not really that friendly to a lot of different disabilities. So we don't see a lot of ramps in Cebu, and it's something that we want to also give. That, I mean, I'm not only talking to myself as someone with dwarfism, but I also am talking for those that are unable, that are not that are disabled, like in wheelchairs, and that's something that I am hoping that in our new elected officials, they would also give that priority to us, not only through PWD IDs. So, I mean, that's something that I know we always have in the past years, but also in terms of structures, having more PWD comfort rooms.
All right, so before we end, Shell, what's your piece of advice that you'd like to share with those nga doon na sa ilahang own nga mga kalisod nga gipang-agian sa ilang tagsa-tagsa ka mga kinabuhi, dunay mga struggles sa ilang self-image perhaps?
If there's one thing that we should remember, is that there is always a rainbow after every rain that we have. So make the most out of it. If you learn from your mistakes, and just live your life to your fullest. So be strong, and always remember that we might have different religions, but there's someone above who has already written the story of our lives. So I'm pretty sure the person above is actually looking into us and believe that there is that that we will be having the best of our lives in different ways, in different stories, in different ways.
Thank you, kaayo siya, for
Yes,
joining us
Andi.
in the show and
Thank
for
you,
being
thank you,
such an
everyone.
inspiration for all of our viewers. So there you have it, mga kauban. Always remember that regardless of size, your potentials and your dreams will always be limitless. This has been Andi for Andi's Coverage.